All right, everyone, we have not done a cure for cancer quite some time. These are all signs readings, although it is from the angle of Cancer on the cycle, because that's the theme energy. It's the theme for the whole cycle, that energy. Because the North Node was in Cancer when the cycle began, and that seems to be what sets the theme. But that being said, haven't pulled one of these in a long time. So I thought this is a good moment to do it. We're just off the North Node reading, and we had, again, I'm just about to pull Venus retrograde in Leo, which is probably going to go up tomorrow. That said, let's take a look at this pre-shuffle. Let's just see where we go. All right, the cycle right now is crazy town. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it, and it is all signs. It doesn't matter if you're a Cancerian or not. If you are a Cancerian, well, great, but it doesn't matter. All right, that said, there's a whole playlist of these. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. I just finished the North Node. Obviously, that's up, the North Node in Aries, right? And here's my pre-shuffle, surface energy. I say, give me the soulmate cycle, fly over from the angle of Cancer, which is how I put it out to the universe for a cure for cancer reading. And what do I have? I have destiny right here, a star, crossed by the 10 of Wands. That's really all I got to say. I'll flip a few more cards here for you. But this says it all. Destiny is pushing hard. Okay? It's pushing hard. We're going to see it in tomorrow's Venus retrograde in Leo, for sure. But, as the ego gets dulled down and all the emotions come up. But at the same time here, destiny is pushing hard. And this is just the pre-shuffle. It's just the surface energy. We're just getting started here. 9 of Cups and Temperance bookending the star. This energy is a little hard to ignore for somebody. Okay? Probably for everybody, but for different reasons. But for the runners, they're very focused on what they did wrong right now. And again, destiny's pushing hard. I could say you're heavy on their mind with 10 wands. It's just a pressure cooker. It really is. It's like someone who gets a wish, right? And then and they get all pissy about it. It's like the opportunity energy is so strong right now to make something happen. Let's go. Let's just shuffle the deck and do a cure for cancer. Let's do it. As you know, we pull 5 from the bottom. It's a little different reading, in case you're new here. You haven't seen any of these from the playlist. We pull 5 from the bottom. That's the environmental energy. The room they're living, the energetic room they're living in. All right? Up here, 4 cards from the top, which we clarify are how they're behaving in that energy. All right? Is it a cold room and they're refusing to put a coat on? Or are they behaving? Usually they behave in contrast to the energy, to the environmental energy, which is a problem. I try to teach everybody not to do that, but they're not listening. So, all right, let's see where we go. Let's take a quick look. We haven't done one of these in a long time. The overall energy is the first card from the bottom. All right, so that kind of ties in, and it's a Hierophant. Yeah, they're really feeling this. I mean, this is big time. Let's pull our 5. Yep. There's the 7 of Swords. There's their bullshit. These two kind of go here. There's a center card that's by itself, which is the Sun. A lot of happiness here. There's a 10 of Cups, which really by default becomes a minor arcana Sun at this point. And then there's a Knight of Pentacles as the 5th card. And we always show you the 6th card just because it's there by default. It's the 5 of Cups. One of the cards that ends the separation phase in the soulmate cycle. I think we had it in the soul position recently. These spiritual lessons, we'll call them, have been rolling in for a long time. They're slowly but surely. It's a slow burn. It's a bit of what I call slow medicine. Okay? And I think I wrote a blog article called that at one time, slow medicine. The environmental energy right now is urging them to put their bullshit down. Somebody's not sure in this energy still, at least for the moment. Not sure if because these two go together. This one's a standalone, these two go together, and these two go together. Someone's not sure if it's pie in the sky, if this is real, if they're being crazy or whatever. Is this all just sitting on a rainbow, or is it real? Someone here is still trying to find a way to sneaky-deaky their way out of this. It's very hard to do with a Hierophant here and a Sun down the middle. All right, it's like I called this a room earlier. It's like walking in a room, and it's the most beautiful room you've ever seen. It's a beautiful, fantastic room, and you look around and you go like, oh, this is shit. I hate it here. This is crap, and you try to convince yourself of that. It's pretty hard to do. I mean, it's a great room. They're giving away free pizza and beer in the corner. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to hate that room that they're in here, the environmental energy. It's hard to hate this. The spiritual lessons are coming hard and fast here. They're feeling the connection on a high level, and that sun tells me that. Now, how are they behaving in it? And again, underneath all of the trying to sneaky deaky their way out of it, well, maybe this is all just in my head kind of a thing, is this energy of regret and sadness. You know, it is. It's somebody here is full of shit. They're always full of shit. We always get a 7 of Swords in some capacity with these runners. What's going on here? Let me move these out of the way a little bit, and let's see how they're behaving in the room. Yeah, I mean, the environment of the room is really showing them their bullshit. It really is. Okay, how are they behaving in this? What are they doing? Are they actually sneaky deakying away, or are they taking the spiritual lessons? What are we going here? Yeah, they're learning. They are taking the spiritual lessons. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I believe that. I believe it. They are taking the spiritual lessons. What else? How else? Oh, yeah, yep, they're feeling. I told you they're feeling you. Yep, they are. The energy, the spiritual nature, the love is flowing. No doubt about it. Absolutely. I don't have any ego here. I wonder if a little of the Venus in Leo retrograde is bleeding in. What's crossing my Queen of Cups? The most love I can pull from the deck. Come on. Yep, Knight of Swords. Yep, there you are. It's a forward-moving energy. It's communication. It also sometimes represents change. You know, like I say, the Paul Revere thing, right? Where it's fake history, but he wasn't yelling anything. But, you know, riding through town, the British are coming, the Redcoats are coming, whatever, however it's taught in your individual school. At the end of the day, you know, it is somebody here there's a message that the energy is changing. There's a transformation happening because of this love flowing, is what the Knight of Swords is saying. Okay? So it's a bit of that. They're changing their behavior, right? Just like if somebody rode through your town yelling, the British are coming, oh my God. You know, you got to change your behavior. And now I got to drink tea. Fuck it. God damn it. All right, it's like that. What's bookending the student here, the Page of Pentacles? The Five of Wands, yeah. You know, again, it's not all roses and rainbows. They are fighting these lessons a little bit. But this is the weakest energy as it reads for me, as it comes out of the deck, as these cards are just a medium. This is the weakest. So again, the lessons are sinking in slowly but surely here. This little slacker teenager, you know, she's smart, but, you know, she'd rather not learn the lesson, rather go smoke some weed behind the school or something like that. It's that kind of somebody here trying to fight it a little bit, but the lessons are sinking in. And they're causing great change in the way this person feels about their emotions. Notice I didn't say thinks about their emotions, the way they feel about their emotions. So you know, it's actually pretty cool. It's actually nice to see, and it's not surprising. I think we'll see a lot of this, or a little of it anyway, in the upcoming Venus retrograde reading. Let's go. Let's clarify. Why is the student here? Let's talk to the witches. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? Doing my best to sort through the energy. If I seem a little scattered, I'm sorry. If you're new here, I'm sorry. It's hotter than the fucking bejesus in here. Alright, so I'm doing my best. I got fans blowing on me. I can't put the air conditioner on because it fucks with the microphone. So I'm just sitting here. I'm probably going to lose 5 pounds by the end of this reading. Alright, what's going on? So, you know what? If I'm a little scatterbrained, fuck it. The reading will still be good. You know, don't worry about it. Cut me some slack. Maybe you're sitting somewhere where it's 117 degrees, even hotter than it is here. But what the hell is it in this room right now? It's 88. Jesus Christ. All right. I'm doing a reading at 88-degree room. Fucking hell. It's like being at my Grandma Rose's house, my father's parents. Man, they kept that house hot. Jesus. All right, I'm still shuffling. I'm running out of stupid stories to tell you. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? We got it. We got it. Yeah, Six of Wands. They are learning these lessons. What lessons? I said these two are read together. This is a very reliable energy. He gonna get there. He got a racehorse. Get on the horse, asshole. But he's gonna get there. They're getting there. It's taking a while. It's the second slowest energy in the tarot, but they're getting there. Somebody, oh, I get it now. This makes me happy. Yeah, duh. You kept trying to run away from it. It's like I said, it's a terrific room. This is the environmental energy. It's the room they're in. It's terrific. There's free beer and pizza over in the corner. It's a beautiful room. There's artwork there. It's terrific. There's no reason to sit in it and try to sneak away from it. I mean, and here's that beauty right here. You know, there is some doubt here on their part. And we get that here too. We get backed up here in how they're behaving by, you know, getting in their head a little bit about it. But there's great change happening here. There really is. There really is. All right. They're changing their behavior. They're changing their behavior toward cups. All right. What's on top? Page of Swords. Another page. A page. Why? I'm basically asking, why is the Page of Pentacles here? I get the Page of Swords. It's like an energy of I'd rather be doing anything else than getting these spiritual lessons. But fuck it. You know, it's what I already said. I said she'd rather be out back smoking weed behind the school or something like that, you know, than learning the lesson. But she learning the lessons, you know. All right, fine, you know, whatever. It's just that it's a little too cool for school energy. That's all. It's you know. Also, these lessons that they're learning, these Hierophant lessons that are slowly hitting them, yeah, it makes them feel a little ashamed of themselves, a little bit, a little disappointed. Yeah, sure, why not? That's probably a good enough reason to look away, maybe try to sneaky deaky away, sure. The universe is showing them where they went wrong. They're getting a lot of signs, there's no doubt about it. Whether they're paying attention to those signs, the universe talks to us through other people a lot. A lot. The universe is talking to these runners, there's no doubt about it. They're being shown where they've gone wrong and trying to get it, you know, trying to teach them the right way here. Why is the Page of Swords here? Three of Pentacles. Yeah. It doesn't surprise me. They're putting the work in. Okay, they are. Three of Pentacles. They definitely want these lessons as they come in. All right, they are just fighting it a little bit. Now let's get to the good stuff. All right, let's talk about the Queen of Cups. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. Okay. People will do that, no matter what it is. You know, it's just, if some random, you'll hear also, as I've said before, you'll walk past a group of people and hear one little part of their conversation or one little part of somebody's phone call, and then you don't hear the rest of it. That means something. Pay attention to it. You heard it for a reason. All right? It always is. The universe, the energy around us is talking to us all the time. All the time. Every minute of the day. People just don't pay attention. I'm paying attention to it here. That's how I do these readings. Talking to me right now. Doing it through the cards, through the pictures, and the impressions I get off of them. The way they make me feel when they hit the table. The one thing that I focus on the card. Which, strangely enough, is her crotch. But that's just where the cup is. It's actually the cup, okay? That's what I'm focused on. All right, why is the Queen of Cups here? All right, let's go. Oh, yeah, the Star. Yeah, Destiny's hitting them hard. It's all I can say, man. I mean, it has a lot to do with the North Node moving in Aries, but I also think it has a lot to do with, the new moon, all the other energies, Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, Saturn retrograde, all in play. You know, Mercury's placement is in play, freaking Venus going retrograde. It's all in play. Destiny's hitting them hard. Somebody here is realizing also, I think for a few of these runners, the message they're getting is that, hey, you manifested this, here it is. You ordered it, now eat it, right? Kind of thing. What's going on top? Yeah, Nine of Cups. They are really feeling this. They're understanding a little bit more in this energy about what might make them happy. Okay? All right. Why is the Nine of Cups here? Jesus. And I was going to say this too. I should have. It's probably just because of the heat. I probably should have said it. When I threw the Nine of Cups, The actual first thing that came to mind is they're figuring out that, I just didn't want to repeat myself because I've already said it sort of, that they're figuring out that they should have gone toward you, that you make them happy. And I ask, why is the Nine of Cups here? And I get the Four of Cups. That's them rejecting, right? Look, he's not banging Blondie kind of a thing. Yeah. Do you make them happy? This person's learning as we allow the emotions to flow, as we learn who we really are in the soul. It teaches us some things. We learn why we reject certain things, right? This person, these runners, and I say this person, but I mean these runners, pretty much every one of them in this cycle has a problem with rejecting it, almost a perverse joy, some sort of endorphin rush out of rejecting something that would make them happy. And it's not just you, they do it everywhere. You popped in part to get them over that, to get them past that, to teach them being vulnerable is okay. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but you know, all you have is right now. Take your shots. All right, go for it. Go for your Nine of Cups. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Give me Paul Revere. Why is he running through town yelling the British are coming when they're already there and he should be fucking quiet? Which is actual, you know, there's a lot more to the story than that, but they were actually quite quiet with their ride through town. Let's see where we go. The British were already there. Shh. All right, the Knight of Swords. Why is it here? So we've got it's not even a communication aspect of this card, it's a transformation aspect of this card. It's what the message they're getting from the universe is doing to them, right? Causing them to do. And it's causing them to feel, which I like very much for a change. Usually I'm swearing a lot in this reading. Not this one, not so much, although I'm not happy about the Five of Wands there. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Why? Queen of Cups. Everything I just said just got backed up. I said it while I was shuffling. It's the Queen of Cups. The message they're getting is the transformation that's happening is in how they feel. It's the Queen of Cups. Somebody realizes that their cup is empty. Why? Because they're an asshole. Look, he's an asshole. He's got his arms crossed. He's sitting there. She's bored. Are you fucking crazy? That's if you went on a date. Let's say, I know not all of my viewers are female, but let's say all of you are for a moment. You went on a date and somebody sat across from you like that and you were bored all night. You're going to go home and tell all your friends, oh, how was your date? Oh, he was an asshole. Right? Asshole. That's what that is. It's really, honestly, it's what they're realizing. That cup is empty because of them, because of the choices they make. Because there's some sort of weird endorphin rush they get out of rejecting things that might make them really happy. And who makes them really happy? You. It's right here. Yeah, these connections are very spiritual. These runners were not. What's on top? They're getting there. They are learning the lesson. But they're learning the lesson like a slacker in school who'd rather be anywhere else, but knows that they got to get a passing grade or mom and dad are going to be pissed. You know, that kind of thing. You know, we all went to school with that kid. All right, what's on top? But at least they are wanting to get a passing grade. Three of Pentacles tells us that. Sorry, Five of Cups. Excuse me. Choking on my own spit. Five of Cups. Yeah, which backs up everything I just said. Again, why is the Knight of Swords here? I already said about this empty cup. The environmental energy is showing them that it's their fault because they reject anything that would make them happy. They run from it. And with the star crossing here, they've done this with other things that they've manifested without realizing it. I mean, it'd be a real prick in a restaurant. You know, order something, waitress brings it to the table. No, I don't want it. Take it away. Right? What the fuck? What kind of customer is this? And keep doing it over and over and over again. It's like some kind of sick game. It's weird. And you know, again, this person here learns that it's all their fault. You know, they chose the wrong things. They chose things that were broken cups rather over this 2-cup beautiful soulmate connection. There's a lot of psychological issues with the runners in this cycle. I've said that before, and I'll continue to say it. It's more than just they regret it and they're turning around and coming back. Do they regret rejecting you? Absolutely. That's very clear in the energy. Does it mean they're turning around and coming back? No, there's psychological issues. You got to let the cycle play out. That's why I tell you to get the lesson of temperance, patience, right? Be the great blue heron that's on the temperance card here in the animal deck. He'll sit there on a rock and wait for that fish to come out. He'll sit there for hours and wait for the fish. You'll think the bird is dead. You'll want to go over and poke. Is that a real bird? What the hell's going on? It's like that. You've got to, yeah, they will get the lesson eventually. But there's a lot of psychological issues, abandonment issues all through this energy. Abandonment issues, there's defense mechanisms, coping mechanisms, there's for some of your runners, bad things happen to them probably in childhood or in early adulthood that you don't even know about, that they don't talk about, that they haven't even talked about with themselves yet, that cause anybody who behaves this way, anybody who rejects anything that would make them happy and gets some kind of rush out of it, they feel good, they feel relief from it. There's like a relief energy after they reject something, right? And then they regret it later. That's kind of a red flag sort of a thing. Why is the Five of Cups here? Yeah, the Tower. It's all crashing down. It's an emotional breakdown. It's an emotional breakdown in this context. I mean, everything I said just totally got backed up. Queen of Cups crossing, the cup's empty because of what I said, and there's the Five Cups down, and there's the Tower. Why is the Five of Cups here? The Tower. These two together are this person on the card having an emotional breakdown. Somebody here is, and I said this was a card of transformation. This is the energy of the Knight of Swords that represents transformation. And there's your proof. Came out as the last card with the Tower. There's nothing more transforming than that fucking thing coming down and having to rebuild on a solid structure. It's transforming them. It's changing. Now, all of a sudden, oh, you mean I shouldn't go on a date and cross my arms and look like an asshole looking away that I'm not interested in boring the other person? Yeah, if you're interested, say you're interested. Do something. You know, if it makes you happy, go for it. That's what they're learning. That's what's transforming within them. It's how they react to cups, to feelings, to emotions. It's nice. It's nice to see. It's a nice little snapshot of the soulmate cycle here. I still, you know, we don't have light without shade here. Here's the Five of Wands. So what's this about? The weakest energy. Let's shuffle on it. Let's see. Tell me about the Five of Wands. You know, I like checking my energy reads for you. I don't need the cards. The cards are just pretty pictures for you, but I like it when something like that happens. You know, you don't have to take my word for it. It's coming out right there. There's your transformation. That message it's transforming. It's life-changing. All right, let's go. Five of Wands. And your energy is attached to them. I always say the energy around you guys is life-changing, and I mention that all the time and talk about it and stuff like that. But it's different on your side. You're less resistant to it. The DF side is less resistant. So you benefit from it more on some level. Oh, God. I got the card. I don't even know what happened here. Okay. I don't even know how to take this, but I have to. All right. It's going to be one of these shuffles. Okay. The bottom card is the Page of Cups. And then I have a moon, a Hierophant, an Ace of Swords. Wow, you get a real bonus reading here. A Queen of Swords. And that's a Four of Wands. And then over here, I'm not even sure. It doesn't matter. It's the Knight of Swords. So this Five of Wands is all tied to the Knight of Swords, which has that emotional breakdown. Basically, what this is saying is somebody, well, we'll take these. These are on top of the Five of Wands, okay? Can everybody remember that? I'm just going to put them right there. These are on top of the Five of Wands. Crossing the Five of Wands, the deck literally exploded this way. The Page of Cups. Yeah. It's again, it all has to do with the Knight of Swords, with that transformation energy. Somebody here is in their feels. Somebody here wants to come forward. They're not quite sure how to handle this. You know, you got a little cup here, but there's a whole tidal wave of emotions. At the end of the day, there's fears, bookending the Four of Wands. And there's also the Hierophant and the Queen of Swords. There's the truth that's finally getting here. Here's the Hierophant and the Knight of Pentacles saying the same kind of thing. Finally sinking in. And in the middle is Archangel Michael energy. Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth, the Ace of Swords. A reconciliation energy. So what does it mean? What's the Five of Wands? The Five of Wands is shit. It's not enough to stop them. It's meaningless. This person is changing whether they want to or not, right? It doesn't matter. They're afraid. What they're afraid of, okay? What they're afraid of is success. Fear here, off of the Moon card. They're afraid of they're always thinking what's the catch kind of a thing. It's that kind of, a little bit of that. I saw it here with the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Well, is this, yeah, this is just all bullshit. Soulmate my ass, you know, there's nothing to that. Yeah, you could say that for a moment, but when the person sticks in your mind and your heart and your soul and you keep spying on them and turning around and I can pick you up in a reading, yeah, there's something to it, okay? So again, this person here, a lot of fear of it actually being real. Fear of them having to actually be real. And that's all this Five of Wands is. That's all them arguing. The Five of Wands says everything I'm saying right now about fear, about success, and fear that this is actually, that they're going to have to be real. It's a stable new beginning. It might lead to 10 Pentacles. That's all minor. It's all bullshit. It's all very minor because the lessons here, the spiritual side of this is sinking in. These are truths about themselves in relation to the Knight of Swords that we talked about over here. The transformation energy, right? And how they realize that they reject things that might make them happy. That truth is sinking in. It's a truth they can't forget, right? The spiritual, here it is again with a Hierophant. The spiritual nature of this connection is shining through. And this is a reconciliation energy down the middle. And it's here because it says that they're likely to communicate. Okay? Likely to communicate this outwardly. All right? So, and again, she holds this Ace of Swords. At the end of the day, they're communicating it to themselves and externally. Why is this Five of Wands here? When we clarified it, it's bullshit. It's the weakest energy as it reflects for me with these cards as a medium. It's nothing to worry about. It actually makes sense. Yeah, of course they're worried that it might actually succeed. These are the cards that get me the most. This Moon with the Four of Wands. These runners are all from. I pulled enough readings now. 1,800 readings I've pulled, not counting the extendeds that I've done. So probably 2,000 readings I've done on this soulmate cycle just in front of you guys, and then maybe a couple of hundred before I got here on the cycle. I know that these runners don't like change. They're afraid of the unknown. They always are. All right? Always are. It's why they reflect a lot as this little page. I got 2 pages over here on the bookend, and I get the Page of Cups here. I got Page of Cups, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. I mean, you know, it is what it is. The only thing I'm missing is Page of Wands. Where's she at? Right? So, no big deal. The lessons are starting to sink in. I think if you pay attention to the recent readings I've done and tomorrow's Venus retrograde in Leo, I think you'll be surprised by what might happen. Tomorrow's reading should be interesting because Venus retrograde in Leo dulls the ego. And when we shut this person's ego down, ego is what they're most afraid of. It's what they're protecting, right? If you're afraid of rejection, you're protecting your ego. The soul doesn't have any fear, right? It doesn't. There's a lot of confidence there when you live from the soul rather than from the ego. You look people in the eye when you talk to them, right? You're not afraid to say something to somebody. So with their ego getting dulled and the emotion getting a little louder, it should be a very interesting reading. I hope you'll check it out. I hope you like this reading. I did my best. It's 88 degrees in here, but I think I've summed it up pretty well. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.